about when family team up against you? Sometimes when that happens in a family, it's easy for family to get others to side with them when you have so many family members going against one person. I've had that happen to me. I've had that happen repeatedly in my life. And it's something that is extremely annoying when you have your loved ones, just because you don't do things the way that they think you should do things, and just because you're not kissing up to them, or sometimes it can just be family members are doing absolutely nothing in their lives and they want to bring you down with them. Sometimes it's jealousy and envy. But when family gang up against one person, that's just family being bullies. That just shows you that you have a lot of bullies in your life. It does not necessarily paint you in a negative light because everyone is ganging up against you. A lot of times people are just, you can be different. In my life, I really feel like I'm the black sheep of the family. I never ever looked at myself that way, but once I understood the definition of it, I fit in that. Sometimes, you may come from a family of people that likes to gossip, and that may not be you. That may not be your thing. And instead of them looking at that in a way of, that's just not her, she don't do that, so we won't do that around her, they choose to paint you in a negative light. And it's easy to paint one person in a negative light if they have an army of family members behaving in the same manner. It's an ugly look. And if you're going through that, stand up for yourself. Stand for something. Don't stand for evil. You don't have to be like everyone else to make it in this world. There are people in the world that doesn't tolerate that. They may not be in your family, but sometimes we have to look outside our family for peace and happiness. And when you have God in your life, God will put the right people in your life. And sometimes it's not family. Sometimes family members can just bully you into being what they want you to be. And when you are not being the way that they want you to be, then you're the problem. She's this, she's that. And it does not take other people to believe that if they're not thinking for themselves. But today in my life, I don't care what others think of me. I'm not going to let people bully me into being what they think I should be. I'm my own person. I'm my own woman. I know that I am a good person. I don't need people in my family to validate that for me. Get to know me for yourself and then form your own opinion of me. That's how I live my life. I meet new people and I get to know them. And if that person is someone that I feel is a fit for me, then that's going to be a friendship that's going to develop in my life. But I think it's tacky, classless, unprofessional. It's not cute. When family gang up against one person and then just start spreading lies and gossip about that one individual, just to find out later that that person is nothing like their family was claiming them to be. We have to get to know people for ourselves. That's what intelligent people do. That's what respectable people do. That's what good people do. You get to know people for yourself, and not just run with someone else's opinion of that person. Yes, sometimes it's good to get a heads up about a person when it's genuine, not when it's coming from an unkind place. We all give people heads up about things and situations and people from time to time. But I would like to think, I can only speak for myself. If I'm giving someone a heads up about someone, it's really coming from a sincere place. I am not giving someone a heads up about a person and it's just false. It's just you being vindictive. It's you trying to turn the next person against someone that you don't like for whatever reason you don't like them. Because you don't like a certain person for this reason, it does not mean the next person is not going to love them for that reason. So don't let family get you down. Sometimes when family gang up against one person and they go and gossip to the next family member and trying to give them heads up, it's just doing yourself a disservice if you're on the other side, just taking the words of one person while not even having a conversation with the person in question. If you're going through that, God bless you. But turn to God. And when you have this relationship with God, God will expose those who are doing you wrong. God will expose those that are doing things behind your back. He will not let them win. He will not let them have peace in their life, because when you deserve peace and happiness in your life, it's when you're putting in the work to have peace and happiness in your life. Ganging up against one person, being a bully to a family member, is not a person that wants peace and happiness in their life. Typically, people like that are miserable and insecure. So if you're that person, that you're that one person in your entire family that your family is just always complaining about and, attacking, you're God's chosen one. You are that one person in your family that is chosen by God. And the reason why God chose you is because you can handle it. You can stand up to the bully. You're not going to let people push you up against the wall and mold you into what they want you to be. The chosen one always have more to bear, always have more burdens, because God knows that you can handle it, that you can overcome it, that you can rise above it. I have been at the bottom many a times, and I've been able to pick myself back up because of